you have plantar fasciitis. Now, if you have suffered from heel pain, especially when you wake up in the morning or when you get up in a standing position from sitting, even after 5, 10, or maybe even 2 minutes, depending on how severe your heel pain is, you might have experienced some kind of pain in the sole of your foot or in your heel, and you might be wondering what this is. Well, it could be either a condition called heel spur or a condition known as plantar fasciitis. Now, both of these conditions can present together or they can be two separate conditions. So, if you suffer from a heel spur or a plantar fasciitis, you might have wondered, should you actually be walking? Now, this is especially true for those of us who have been told by the doctor to lose some weight because that helps with your heel spurs, it helps with your knee problems. Well, basically, it helps with all problems with your knee, heel, ankle, etc. Or if you're one of those who enjoy walking and then you are limited because of these conditions, the heel spur or the plantar fasciitis, you may be wondering if you should walk. Now, before I answer this question, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. I help moms of younger kids who work in high stress executive jobs to manage their spinal, that is, back, neck, and joint pain. Now, I do this by giving you simple exercises, easy lifestyle changes, tips, tricks, hacks, and I also talk about some natural, non toxic products that have helped me in my own spinal and joint pain journey. And I do this without taking away a big chunk of your time because, hey, we are moms, we're busy people, right? I understand that you don't have hours of time to dedicate to managing your pain. All right, so let's get back to, should you walk with heel pain? Now, if you have a heel spur, let me just quickly tell you what exactly is a heel spur and plantar fasciitis, and then we'll move on to the answer this question. Now, heel spur is when you have a bony protrusion, that is an extra overgrowth of bone in your heel area. And it is a very painful condition. There can be many reasons, but I won't go into that yet. I won't go into that in this video because it'll get too long. And plantar fasciitis is inflammation in the sole of your feet on the fascia, that is the covering on the muscles on the sole of your feet. So usually both these conditions are found together, or one leads to the other because the plantar fascia is attached to your heel. So if you want to know more details about these two conditions, you can go to my YouTube channel. I've done a couple of blogs as well on these conditions, but if you go to YouTube and type my name, Swati Prakash, followed by heel spur or heel pain, you will come up with these videos and you can have a look. All right, so if you have heel pain, and you would probably know it's a delicate balance between rest and activity. Now, walking is essential in our everyday life, whether you're at work, whether you're with your kids, whether you're at home. Now, if you cannot avoid walking altogether. You cannot just go on bed rest because heels pain, this heel spurs and plantar fasciitis, it's a condition that lasts for quite some time. Once it starts, it can get chronic. So if you are in that acute stage, that is your heel spur or plantar fasciitis has just started, then try and rest it out. And once your pain subsides a little bit, or you feel that it comes on certain activities only, then gradually start walking. And as you get better, then gradually increase the duration or the distance of your walk. Now, having said that, I'm going to talk about three things that will help you to reduce the pain when you walk with this heel pain. The very first thing is make sure that you have supportive shoes. Now, when I say supportive shoes, this is especially true for those of you who have flat feet or slightly flat feet. You don't have to be absolutely flat with your feet, but even if you have reduced arches along the inner edge of your feet, it will make a big difference because biomechanically your foot is more predisposed to getting a heel spur or plantar fasciitis. So if you have a flat feet, go to your physical therapist, your orthotist, or your podiatrist, get a pair of insoles. And these can be, well, they can be off the shelf as well. You can have them customized as well. Get a pair of insoles that you can wear within your shoe. If your heel spur is very severe, chronic, and you just cannot touch anything on these, but of course you got to stand, you got to walk, you can ask them for scooped out heels. The orthotist will be able to help you with scooped out heels. It's literally like an ice cream scoop. They scoop out the heel part of your shoe So when you wear your shoe, your heel is not in contact with anything. It's basically suspended into that scooped part of your shoe. Even if you don't have flat feet or you have flat feet, try and get shoes that are supportive, have arch supports, and make sure they're not too old, because if they are old shoes, they will probably not be supportive. I have done another video on how to figure out if it's time to change your shoes. Basically, got to do with your shoe health. Again, you can find it on my YouTube channel. All right, so the second thing is that you want to do a couple of exercises every single time you're going out for a walk. You can even take a break during your walk. It is actually a good idea to take a break, especially when you're starting out and you're judging how much can you walk without pain. So, without heel pain. So, what you can do is take a break and do these exercises. They simply are ankle movements and toe movements. Basically, you can move your toes up and down. You can move your ankles up and down, side to side, circle, clockwise, anti-clockwise. Simple as that, right? So do those, and these should not be painful. If they are, go easy on the specific movement that is painful and do the others. Basically, these movements will help the circulation in that area, and whatever inflammation, or if the the calf muscles, the foot muscles are in spasm or they are under tension, that helps to ease them out. So when you're pulling your feet in towards yourself, you're actually doing a calf stretch. So it's very important to do these movements before you set out for a walk, during the walk. And this is something you can also do when you get out of bed in the morning, or sorry, before you get out of bed and before you actually step on the floor in the morning. Or if you get pain when you sit to stand, basically you come up into a standing position from sitting, try and do these movements. They're quite effective, maybe about like 2 or 3 times, or five movements in each direction. All right. So the third thing that I wanted to tell you is a very simple one, wherein apply a cold pack right after your walk. So obviously, if you can't do it like right after, at least try and apply a cold pack. If you can't get hold of a cold pack, take a little plastic bottle, freeze, put some water in it, freeze it, and then roll that under your foot, basically on the sole of your foot, and especially the heel area. This will help to ease the inflammation, as cold always helps with the inflammation. So heel spurs and plantar fasciitis are basically inflammation in that area. So that will help you to relieve some pain. And once your body gets more used to do walking with these three easy tips that I've told you, you can gradually increase the distance. Every time you feel like, oh, I've increased the distance, say 500 meters today, it's not working out for me, try and increase 400 meters the next time and not the full 500. And then work with these tips to help ease the inflammation and pain in your heel. Alrighty, so I that's all I wanted to address today, but I have written a blog on the same topic. Should you walk with heel pain, that is heel spurs and plantar fasciitis? I will leave the link to the blog in the description of this video. If you want to read some more, you can have a look at that blog. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, any comments on this topic, please do leave them in the comments below. If you're watching me on Instagram, you can go to the link in my bio, and there's a lot of information on joint and spinal pain out there as well. And you're welcome to have a look. Alrighty, I will see you guys next time, and bye for now.